Jeff! Snobby boy, ain't he? Still way out? Right there? Yeah. You got better eyes than I do. Yeah.
We have one tractor left for tonight. Jeff Martin for Stratford. He's going to pull his 766 IH and the 9500 Open. We have two King of the Street trucks left. Kyle Pletska and James Sobro. Then we move to Open Diesels. Trevor McCann, Jack Shelley, Fred Neneman.
I didn't hear Bob Conan. Oh, maybe they got more than a couple.
The answer to your question is yes.
Greasy. Well, welcome into the one poor soul still watching with me. I'm not sure who it is, but thanks for your continued support. I'm not sure why, but I can only assume Meta is not a fan of truck and tractor pulling, so just no luck there whatsoever. There must be some type of secret I don't know about with regards to why one app will work and another won't. But needless to say, we'll get this thing finished off here. So Jeff Martine's going to come out here momentarily. He'll be the last tractor of the evening, so we're going to end on a good one. Oh, of course, it's Howard. He's my last. He's my only fan left.
He's a loyal fan.
Yeah, literally a loyal fan.
Yeah.
Wow. Pun intended?
No pun intended.
Pun intended.
Okay.
Pun intended. All right. I apologize. You just missed Alyssa. I tried to get it fired back up, but she had a heck of a run in Dwayne's truck, and that's going to put her right up in front next to Fred Neneman. I do not know who's leading right now, but I understand Fred's going to come back in the open pass. Hey, did you in first right now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either.
The tire's off.
Oh, the tire's off the rim? Jesus.
What happened?
This is Kyle Pletska from
Said
Milltown
the tires off the rim.
on a 2005 Ford.
So that was Dwayne. His girlfriend was running this truck there, and a good runner. Right out here, either in first or second, I would say. So I'd be interested to know how the tires off the rim, and assuming it hit something there. Here comes Kyle Klutchka. Another good running Ford. There's Mrs. Martin. Got a new last name.
Yep. 314 feet for Kyle Pletska. One more puller to go in the King of the Street class. That is James Sobro in an 06 Dodge.
Good looking Ford.
So I said, make it with the wolf.
I wish I could remember off the top of my head. I know Derek would know, but I believe this is a couple of Kyles, but I believe this is the Kyle with the truck that's dedicated to. I want to say it's his brother. I apologize. I know I heard the story before. In fact, I know Kyle's told me before, but one of these trucks is dedicated. It might be the other Kyle. Yeah, it must be the other Kyle, because I know he's got a picture of his brother who passed away on his truck, so it's kind of cool to see stuff like that. That is Dwayne barking at. Got Dwayne out there on the track.
Huh?
Probably need the truck lifted.
9,500 open. This is Jeff Martin from Stratford.
All right, here we go. Jeff Martine, the hustler.
328 feet, 10 inches for Jeff Martin on the Hustler, I-8766.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a casual bowling fan and you are looking for somewhere to go 2 weeks, the big one in Showdown and Kurtown in Ellsworth, and that is a tractor you will see there. That is the Super Farm class. Got an opportunity to see Denny Jacoby last night in the Black Stallion number 2, and here's one of his favorite competitors, Jeff Martine with the Hustler. And those are some fun tractors at 9,300 pounds. Make a lot of horsepower, and they are a lot of fun to watch. So here comes the Western Wisconsin Truck Pullers defending champion in the King of the Street class. I know James has done a lot of stuff to this truck to get it to where it is today.
No, I understand, yeah. Yeah.
What a nice weekend.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned earlier, he kind of got a raw deal the other night with the sled having a malfunction. He had to rehook and
Not this year.
only had an opportunity to cool down for a couple minutes there before he had to get back on the track.
And then we went to Unity last night.
But here we go. You'll get another opportunity here tonight.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we like them.
Got that good-looking Dodge out of my hometown at Turtle Lake.
Yeah. Okay, take care.
Yeah, take care.
Have a safe trip back, James. See you in 2 weeks. I said I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be a big one. Oh, are you really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because Farley, Iowa, it wasn't Jeff got first. It wasn't like
Oh, it used to be PPL.
I know it wasn't PPL.
Oh, maybe like an ECI
it was
hooker.
Just Simons put it on.
Oh, okay.
But it was 1,000 to win, and Jeff got it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and we blew a tire on the way down. And so we
Folks, we got 3 burgers and 15 hot dogs left at the upper stand. We're going to close it down to a last chance to get stuff out of the upper stand. The lower stand will still be open.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. It's
Well, that's safe trip back. Let's have a safe trip back.
yes. Okay, sure.
Tell
See
Jeff
ya
hi
later.
from us.
I will.
Thank you.
Hi.
Alrighty, so get the track crew down and
Gusto.
what's that? Oh, he's got a pull. Pulling an open diesel. Alrighty, so here we go. Here comes James Stoberl now. Be the last hook of the class.
For James Stoberl from Turtle Lake in his 06 Dodge.
Oh, that, ladies and gentlemen, looks like a winner right there. We'll get the final rundown here real quick, but it's going to be close. I think James got him. We got her. Oh, hello there. Hi. What'd you do to the
Third
truck?
place for King of the Street truck, Melissa Bunkelman.
What'd you do to that tire?
Second place, Fred Neneman from Bruce. First place, James Sobro. Up next, the open diesel trucks, Trevor McCann, Jack Shelley, Fred Neneman, Jonathan Kaufman, Robert Conan, Jordan Bakken, and David Torgerson.
There's Alyssa and her boyfriend, Dwayne. Dwayne. Hello.
Literally trim the wheels off of it.
Yeah, that's you could say that's hell on wheels. How many trucks are in the open? Any idea? So what, you guys wheels and wheels are going to clean the street test, so you'd have to clean the open?
He's always so.
Shady. I don't think there's anybody other that can compete with Bob. Bob Coleman, you got the... Thank you for the intel, Alyssa. You're almost as bad as Derek here on giving me intel. He's my only fan watching. I was on here for an hour and a half on YouTube, no problem. I switched to Facebook and I kept cutting in and out. So now I'm back on YouTube.
Derek?
I got 6 loyal fans still hanging with me.
You got 6 now?
Derek, are you still alive? If you're watching, let me know how the reception is on the TV. I know
Good run.
Ashley's TV was blurry, so. Yeah, clear in place, nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of
First last year, trying to.
oh, here we go.
have a-
So we're bad luck.
Back to back.
We're bad luck.
No, you guys were here last.
Oh, this is the open
7
class.
trucks to
No,
go,
2 years ago
campers.
we were
7
here.
trucks left to
We were
pull.
down in Mondovia last year.
I don't know. I thought
I'd
you
like
were
to
here
thank
for
everyone for
first
coming
one.
out for our Memorial Day Dust
We
Mountain
definitely were not
Fun
here,
Road.
Alyssa. Oh, this must be Trevor
Very well
McCann.
joined. I drove the wheels off.
See you later.
Safe trip. Alrighty, so here comes Trevor McCann. This nice looking open diesel truck. There's a lot of hooks over there in Minnesota.
As you guys are leaving, take a look at the 1950 Farmall C tractor that's been fully restored by the Prairie Farm High School Tech Ed Department.
So there should be a little competition in this class then. Hopefully Trevor can get it fired up here. He'll get getting pulled back here. He'll get another run. Oh, a shout out to Dirty Money Pulling for sticking with DPP.
Absolutely.
It's a connection forged in steel.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to try this again. Here comes Trevor McCann again with Sandy.
Trevor McCann had a little issue with it getting a good start.
Aren't you out in the pit, Scott?
Some of our sponsors, Packer Inn, Allman Lumber.
I tell you, half the crowd
Cook
watching
Gas,
tonight, I
Spirit
feel like
Market,
they
Norbert
were here
Farms,
at one point in
Norby
time. So
Enterprises, Synergy Co-op, Coach
outstanding
Porter,
run by
Wilson
James
Market,
there. It's good to
Worth
see
Brothers
everything is
Excavating, the Tozer Radio Network,
in top
Travis
running form there
Blazer
after the other
Services,
night.
the FFA alumni, Shoot Bone Farm, Luke Hogan, Elliston Farm,
If you didn't
Van
hear,
Street Township, Paul George,
James Soberall with that last run in the white Dodge. He did take home first place. Fred Neneman was second with that
Don't forget next
black
weekend
Chevy
is
with the dual
Bear
stacks
County
early in the
Dairy
class, and then of course
Breakfast.
Alyssa with the prom queen and I guess the brownish beige Ford pickup
We
came
need a
in
pull off
third.
at the
So.
track.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Trevor there. I tell you, that was a tough jaunt there for the first 50 feet or so, and it's going to be all she wrote. He's going to get towed off here, so. I do know that Bob Conan is here with the Crazy Max coming down from, I believe, the St. Cloud area, so I always appreciate him making some long drives. Makes it to all the western hooks and puts on a good show. I know I heard 1 or 2 other names. I'm not familiar with who they are. Actually, I do know Fred Neneman. I believe I heard his name, so he will be coming back. He had a nice run, getting that second place there.
All right, as we're getting a pull-off for Trevor McCann, Jack Shelley from Princeton, Minnesota, here up next, followed by Fred Neneman and Jonathan Kaufman.
All right, so Jonathan Kaufman is in the building too, and I must say I have to give a shout out to that young man. He broke into the 2.6 Pro Street Diesel class, I believe it was last year. Did a couple of years in the King of the Street and decided to bump up and get into that WTPA competitive class. And last year I know he had a lot of growing pains, and I'm sure he learned a lot of things. And this year, so far early in the season, man, he pulled last night in Unity, came away with a second place, and he looked good. So excited to see him and the things he can do. Getting some clanking underneath in the drive line there for Trevor, so hate to see that. And so yeah, anyways, Jonathan Kaufman running that 2.6 class. He'll be running open tonight. He did the same thing the other night in Dresser, Wisconsin. Ran in the open class, and he had a very nice hook there too. So he's got some things figured out. I know he's got some good people he's working with, and it's just going to be another guy in that class to compete with. It's tough. The guys at the top of that class are very tough. So we should have at least 4 or 5 more tractors here. Apologize for that. I had to switch apps for a second, and it appears that this live stream pauses when that happens.
He's got a 2006 Ford.
So here we go. I'll gotta keep it zoomed out a little bit. I would anticipate these guys making a little bit of distance here. I don't want to be too far zoomed in. They are pulling on the second track, which is kind of nice. Can't remember the first name of this gentleman, but we're from Minnesota here. Getting everything checked out there. All right, looks like we are good to go. Got greens on the track, so here we go. This is the second hook. Boy, it's tough. Neither of these guys are getting their first hooks in, or we're missing a bigger picture here, but this gentleman's going to get pulled back too here. So again, this is the second hook. We are in the open diesel class, the last class of the evening. They got the track to themselves, and I know we got at least 3 or 4 more guys to go here, so we're going to have a little bit of competition, which is always nice to see. And here we go, second run.
That was 277 feet for Jack Shelley out of Princeton, Minnesota. Up next, Fred Neneman and Jonathan Kaufman.
All right, so there you go, Jack Shelley coming over across the river, making the pass. Good looking truck. I feel like I've seen that truck at least once this weekend. And we got Fred Neneman coming up. As I mentioned earlier, he pulled in the King of the Street. That was a full class of trucks tonight, and he came away with the second place. So he's going to try his luck again here in the open diesel class. Jonathan Coppin to follow. I've not heard any names after him, but I know Bob's here, and maybe one or two others there. There's a lot of smoke coming from the staging area down there. So here comes Jonathan with that good-looking all-American truck. Another Ford. I tell you, you're starting to see a few more Fords pop up out there. More Fords. You know, that Pro Street diesel class we follow pretty closely with WTPA is starting to get pretty littered with Fords. And I say littered because I guess I can't say it. Jonathan with a full weekend here. He ran open diesel Friday night in Dresser, and last night he was in the 2.6 class in Unity, Wisconsin, and trying to try his luck again in the open, but he's definitely got some things working out for him, so hopefully he can keep that motivation or that momentum going. As I mentioned, for the 18th time, we're headed for the showdown in Kurdtown here in 2 weeks. It'll be a big event. If you have an opportunity to get there, make sure you do. Get there early, check out all the vehicles. It's a phenomenal event, and until then, got a little bit more action here in Ridgeland. Here comes Jonathan Kaufman and the truck he calls America.
That was Jonathan Kaufman on Fred Neneman. Jonathan Kaufman's from Baronet, and he pulled 269 feet 4 inches in a truck he calls America. It's a good-looking wrap job on that truck. Good job, Jonathan.
There you go. He's got the announcer's approval, so that's always a win in my book. I see the sleds obviously tightened down a little bit for the open class, so nice looking run by Jonathan. That truck, I tell you, it's really coming around. That's what we like to see this time of the year, something like that.
Fred Neneman is going to pull last in this class, so up next we have Robert Conan from Painesville, Minnesota, in a 2005 Chevy, followed by Jordan Bakken and David Torgerson.
All right, so it sounds like we're going to
I guess
get...
Fred Neneman is completely withdrawn, so we have 3 pullers left tonight. Robert Conan, Jordan Bakken, and David Torgerson.
Okay, so I know that David Torgerson did run in this the street/stock class earlier, so this might be our last true open truck here. This is Bob Conan going over from Painesville, which again I believe is up by St. Cloud. This guy's a trooper. Does a lot of driving, and as a fan of the sport, it's always appreciated. So Bob had a very nice run Friday night in Dresser. Now he gets to try his luck here. All right, the mark to beat is probably Jonathan, huh?
I think so.
So yeah, I would say Jonathan Coffin, who you just seen. I did not get an official distance, but somewhere a little bit short of 300 feet, I believe.
That was Robert Conan from Painesville, Minnesota, with a pull of 291 feet, 11 inches.
It's a 291. That should put Bob into first. I tell you, that sled is really keeping these guys grounded here tonight. We have not seen much action down here.
Two pullers left tonight, Jordan Backen and David Ferguson.
Like I said, we got the Cohen setup over there. That must be the 300-foot mark, and we're probably standing right around 350. I think we've seen all of about 4 or 5 vehicles down by us all night, which is unique to say the least. So that was Bob.
You need to come get your stuff.
Should have him in the first place there at 291. Jonathan Kaufman, I believe, is just a shade behind that. So it should be your top 2 right now with 2 trucks to go. I'm not familiar with the next truck up. I know the second one coming up is a truck we seen earlier tonight. But of course, some of these guys will get back there and tweak a few things and come out and try their luck in the open diesel class, and you just never really know. So get an opportunity tomorrow in Taylor, Wisconsin. The FFA Alumni Memorial Truck and Tractor Pull gets underway at 12:30 in Taylor, Wisconsin. It's always a nice event. It's always super hot, and I believe on the agenda for tomorrow is heat and sun once again. So best of luck to all of them. I'll be enjoying my my 3/4 of a day off, and then I'll be going back to work next weekend, and most likely Roberts on Friday, and on Saturday it's going to be the big Oliva event. And I tell you, last year they really put on a show. Looking for much of that and then some this Saturday night. That event, I should know it, but I believe it gets underway. I believe that's a 6 o'clock hook. So nevertheless, get there early, walk around. They got the carnival going on. They got some of the best grilled chicken in the state of Wisconsin. So I don't leave without at least 2 or 3 helpings. That's just simple rules. As always, if you're looking for any information, you can go to hop on Facebook or on my website. Got lots of stuff on there, and I try to get all the questions answered as much as possible. So get to a poll, support an event, support the community.
Hey, you're a fucking retard! We're going forward!
Well, that'll boost ratings. I guess a couple of guys hitting the sauce early tonight.
Washington football team, they need your back!
Oh, Lord. I'm not really sure where this conversation is going, but luckily we got 2 trucks and get out of here.
They're trying to figure out to do something very rare in Wisconsin, go to a bar.
All right, we got another Ford on the track.
From Trepolo in the 2007 Ford.
I tell you, this, I know it's just as painful on the track, but this can be painful trying to take video and pictures of this stuff. So we're going to have another restart here. 2 trucks to go, then I'll shut her down. Thanks everybody for joining me tonight, and hopefully you got something out of it. Takes a lot of track prep and work and whatnot to keep 2 tracks going, so there's a lot of work that goes into it. And he's going to shut her down, so not really sure what happened there.
This is David Torgerson. No word yet if Jordan Backen's going to come back around or not. David Torgerson's got a 2020 Ford F-350 dually.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will give you your last hook of the night. Dave Torgerson out of Turtle Lake. Seen him earlier in that street class. Another Ford. Is he going to bump 10 feet or no? All right, last hook of the night. Yeah, and as expected, that's going to do her there. So again, thank you for joining me. Hope everybody has a phenomenal rest of your holiday weekend, and remember to get out tomorrow and pay tribute to your United States military and your fallen soldiers. We'd appreciate it. And last but not least, thank you for joining me here on DPP Films. Make sure to get on the Facebook page, on the YouTube page, and show some support. I always appreciate it. And have a great night, everybody. Hope everybody takes care.